All right, so here we are. Real Talk with Lope, episode 2.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That only took 2 years to happen, but that's okay. We got to catch up with you.
Yeah, but I say, because there's more to talk about, right? There's
That's
more.
true. That's true. Yeah, I know you and I caught up a few days ago, so I have an idea of where you're at in your life. And I wanted to talk about getting in shape. And I don't just mean physically getting in shape, right? The four houses: physically, mentally, spiritually, and
Mhm.
financially. But for you, and I think everyone may have a different answer to this. For you, which is the foundation: physical, mental, spiritual, or financial?
So for me, spiritual, I would say. I've been, in life where everything was going crazy. I felt like my life was hectic, and even though I was physically fit, it was just times I just didn't have it in me. Like when you deal with mental health, depression, and things like that, sometimes you may be physically fit, but mentally and spiritually and things like that. Mostly mentally, you just don't have it in you. So doing the little things, even just going outside is like it's like a struggle. So channeling that inner spirit or your
Mhm.
spirituality or higher being, God or whatever it may be, I think plays a like vital role. It did for me, I know. So I've just been picking the Bible up again, honestly. I read the Bible a lot and just focusing on main stories. Job, the book of Job, Psalms, Proverbs are the things I've been reading a lot lately, just because of the messages they give and things like that. Especially the book of Job. Um, I love his story. It makes me again. You know how you read something one time and then you got to read it a few times and things click. That's what I'm going through with that.
Right.
So I love this book. It's one of my favorite ones to read, even though it's difficult to read at times, but it's one of my favorite ones to read. The one I'm working on is Forgiving People. You know that one? That's the
Okay.
hardest one, trying to do that one.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, like when you feel like these people are like the opposite of what they want in the book, and you're just like, yo, but they're getting blessed or good things are happening to them, and you're just like, you know what I mean? So I'm at that point in my life, like just trying to let things be and just um be comfortable with his plan, not my plan, his plan.
Okay.
But like if you disturb my peace at this point, I just usually got to a point of just saying, you know what, my peace is more important than this relationship, or you know what I mean. I got to cut ties with it. But if I do have to deal with these people, difficult people or whatever, not, I just like you said from a distance. And I'm learning that. And it's been challenging. It's hard, but makes you grow.
When did you start praying?
Oh man, I've been praying my whole life, but
Okay.
more more consistently. Something that's been like a part of my life. Probably in the last 2, 3 years, I could say that it's been like I've been putting more emphasis on it of having a better relationship with God. Um, so yeah, I could say that last 2, 3 years, especially where I grew up. You don't hear people talk about it, especially how open I talk about it now. So I was at first kind of like, when I did speak about it. Even now, like I speak about it, you hear me speak about it now just more freely. Before I was so hesitant about it. Um, but I just said, forget that. This is what I believe in. I'm gonna speak about it. I got to that point and I don't feel like no type of way doing it. I may offend people, but oh well. I try to be respectful when I do speak about it. But if I offend you, that may have something to do with, you. No offense, but I'm just saying that may have something to do with those people. But I'm not gonna feel like ashamed because that's how I think I was at one point. I was like ashamed of it that I believed in it, and every people had weird feelings. I was dealing with people that didn't believe in what I believed in, so I kind of shied away and didn't try to speak on that in a sense. And I kind of disrespected myself by doing that. And I said to myself, never again. Like I made a vow to myself, like never again will I ever do that. My type of prayer, and because it's me. Like I tailor it for me. Prayer is for me. I can't do it other people's way. I tried it, and I just feel doesn't feel authentic. It feels like it's another person's words. It doesn't feel like he's even really getting my message across what I'm trying to say. So I just talk. I just talk like I'm having a conversation with you, because I try to make it personal. I try to make it like my own personal relationship with him. I think that's what he wants with us. I may be wrong, but to me, I feel like he wants us to have a personal relationship with him. So I can't have a personal relationship doing it someone else's way. I gotta have it my way, or like it's our personal way. So,
Yeah.
like how we have conversations or whoever, I just talk, and
Yeah.
I express what I'm going through or what I'm dealing with. Or most of the times, I may be like, "Look, man, you gotta help me because they
I
pushing my
can't do
buttons
this.
here." I feel bad sometimes because I'm like, "Bro, I'm coming to you with a lot of burdens, but look, I need your help. This is beyond me at this point." The world is more just programmed and we're focused on the negative.
Yeah.
That positivity isn't something like I said, I started a podcast to basically talk about positivity.
Hmm.
But the topic is a negative topic, but I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. You know what I mean? Mental health. It's such a negative stigma to mental health and things, but I'm trying to bring the experience of going through things, what I went through, may have been negative, may have been painful. And that's what it's called, pain and pleasure. But you can turn them into pleasurable moments,
Sure.
So when you take your mental health serious, social media isn't the place to help. And
Yeah.
that's the struggle where I'm at because I like to help other people, but at the same time, I'm trying to help myself. And it's like pulling me back and then going forward type of thing. You know what I mean? So I enjoy it to an aspect, to a certain little point. Because I know social media is so fake. I think that's another thing. It's so
Mhm.
fake that I'm just like, I know you, and that's not what it is.
Right.
So I kind of just, but I've had got in the past where I am just endlessly scrolling. You know what I
Right.
mean? Where I think it's 5 minutes and it turned out to be 45 minutes. Um, and I just wasted a bunch of time.
All right. We're going to move on to the third house. I think we'll go to physical next.
So I still work out. I haven't been boxing as much. Probably not at all. It's been a while, just because of my schedule and everything. I've been really just working. And trying to find the time has just been hard. And then my son having kids and stuff, it makes it totally difficult. But I would love to. I would love to get back into boxing. I would love to be able to still fight. I do want to fight one time. I just saw one of my team members from the gym fight. He just made a return after 10 years, and I was like so excited for him that it was like, you know what? I think I want to get back into it. But at the same time, I'm cautious and nervous because I don't want to hurt myself. I've been 2 years free of pain. You know what I mean? And I just don't want to take that risk of getting hurt right now. It's literally I want to attain that my the perfect body. When I look in that image that I've always had, that's been my main physical. It's basically like a bigger chest, bigger legs. That's all. I just want to have that. I don't even know what it is. Chiseled look, I guess. I don't want nobody listens to be like look on social media and be like, yo, that's the perfect body. I want that. No, I'm more like
For
I,
you.
I can I know me, so I look at it in the mirror and I'm like, I want this. That I kind of want to change some things. Like I said, I want a bigger chest. I feel like I got a bird chest. A lot of guys may say that it's hard for me to gain a chest. I can get arms, way bigger arms than I can do a chest, and it's real quick. But I have this image. Like I created my when I think of my perfect self or my best self, I have an image. You know what I mean? Like I even wrote it down in my book. I have like front and back of who this guy is when I think of that image.
All right. Last house. The not so fun one, financial. How
That
you
one's
doing?
that one's been it's like a roller coaster with that one.
Sure, sure.
That one
You know,
is
you have three kids.
yeah. I tell people to wait on kids, especially if you're selfish. You know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with being selfish while you're young. A lot of people want to have kids, and I'm like, look, if you're selfish right now, then embrace that and accept, and enjoy it because once you have kids, you can no longer become selfish. You have to I'm telling you, I don't know when the last time I bought me something for myself, like actual clothes or outfit. I don't know when the last time it is, but my clothes, my kids, they're the ones usually getting, stuff. And I'm just like, all right, I'll get something when I get something. I don't really care to go out and stuff like that. But that is things you got to think about, especially, being young. People want to be young and still be young and have kids. You can't do it. You can't do it. I always heard about credit, but never really taught about it. You know what I mean? It was more like, oh, get a credit card, but not really why or the importance of it and things like that. I was that guy thinking, oh, if I have money, that's all that matters. It wasn't until like my 25, you know what I mean, when I started to really learn the importance of it. And because I think I got a credit card young. somehow, I don't even know how, I got a credit card, and being young, just kind of ran it up, just ran up the little bill. And
They sit there at college campuses.
yeah,
They set up a table and they hand them out like candy.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It got me. So I kind of like started off bad. I mean, I'm in the process of like fixing everything. It's at a good number, you know what I mean? But I'm still trying to catch up type of thing. Um, so yeah, just a lot of kids need to get ahead. Don't wait. Like learn this stuff now. And you can ask probably adults, and they're like, look, get ahead of this stuff now. Like we're telling you now, get ahead because it is important. Like we're not just talking. Credit and stuff is important.
Right.
But in other people's money, learn about that. I recommend the book Rich Dad Poor Dad for anybody listening. Read that book. Get ahead. Like I said, I wish I had the stuff that I learned. I wish I was learning this stuff in 8th grade, 9th grade instead of when I graduated college and
Yeah.
in my adult years trying to figure it out. I was good at saving, but never about credit or what to do with the savings. I was saving up to buy some shoes, or buy this or buy a car, and I could have been saving up to get a house. You know what I mean? Like things like that. Credit can at 18, I could have from 18 to 21 working on my credit got a house. I didn't know that type of stuff. You know what I mean? I wasn't taught.
Right.
Right now, I'm really focused on getting my first home. Like I want to get like that's been a financial goal of mine for like the last 2 years. Because I also want to get my kids more. So I've been really locked in on really trying to get a home. Um, it's just the location right now. The location I want is probably the most expensive location in Delaware. So I'm facing that. But I know it's coming. I can feel it in my bones that it's coming soon. And then one of the goals I need to really lock in on more. I think I just get discouraged with it because to think of the work. It may not even be that much work, but it's just like I don't know people doing this, and so it kind of scares me. I want to create that foundation for fathers, single fathers, and things like that. Just want to create something for us to help us out, just financial or just resource, just a bit bigger resources for us. I don't feel like there's much of that in Delaware or just in general. When I was going through my situation, I felt like I had no help. I didn't know who to lean on to. I was calling numerous numbers, being put on hold numerous times, just being passed around, and it just made me feel hopeless. You know what I mean? And I just needed some type of direction, some type of guidance. Without uh, being passed off or feeling just like not important. Because it's just like you kind of just give up after a certain while. I need some type of guidance here. Like I talk to a lawyer or something.
Yeah.
Lawyers don't help you unless you pay. And I just want to, it's just like, you know what I mean? So it's just I feel like it's so hard for fathers. And I just want to create something they don't feel so alone in that process.
So you are now working in woodworking and
Mm-hmm.
construction, and you
Yeah.
feel as though you have found your place, and that
Yeah.
this is your love, this is your passion.
Yes. Just working with my hands in general, but woodworking is like it for me. I could do that for the rest of my life. It's something I could do for free. That's how much I like it. I definitely recommend kids, to find, and I even wrote it down, like never stop learning, find what you're good at and build on it. It doesn't mean, and it may take years. It took me 23 years to figure out, or 25 years to figure out woodworking was a thing. Even though I was doing it at 14, it took me 10 years to be like, yo, this is it. You know what I mean? And I wish I would have found that out sooner. And because 10 years, if I would have fast forwarded to now, I'd have been a master at what I'm doing. You know what I mean? If I would have focused and channel in and instead of trying to chase this and chase that.
Right.
Figure the things out that you like, and this is the right time to do it while you're young. So when you do get to college or grown up, you mastered it. Just find out what you do and keep learning. Never stop learning.